Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Schmeat back here with another video. I think I'm going to take this off for this video because we got serious news. Gordon Hayward out 4 weeks. It sucks being a Hornets fan at the end of the day. I don't know what my thumbnail and title of this video is going to be, but yeah, this is awful. I didn't this is what I said for the LaMelo Ball injury as well. I didn't think it was this serious when I saw the injury. And Malik Monk is also out, but we're going to get into everything that this means for our team going forward. And obviously I break down a lot of stuff, so if you want to subscribe, you can. But yeah, Gordon Hayward sprained foot, out 4 weeks. Another player on our team injured. We already got LaMelo. We already got Monk out. Gordon Hayward's the next one to fall down. So sprained foot. Monk has an ankle injury. But if you look at the standings, we're not doing terrible. I mean, fourth in the East is way above expectations. I saw some posts about our coach JB James Borrego put some respect on his name about being in the Coach of the Year conversations. I don't know what I think about that, honestly. I was gonna make a separate video talking about it, but I don't really have an opinion towards it yet because personally I don't really know what constitutes Coach of the Year pick. It's usually the number one seed in one of the conferences, whether it's the East or West, or whoever gets the best record in the regular season usually gets the Coach of the Year. But I don't think he's actually in the running for it. I mean, we're exceeding expectations by a large margin this year, but I don't really see it. But anyways, that's not my main focus in this video. It's all these injuries, and we got the Hawks and the Heat very close to us in the standings. So obviously don't see us strengthening our win category and making it into a top 3 seed, because the gap between the top 3 teams in the East, the Bucks, the 76ers and the Nets, and us is just, I think there's like a 6-game gap, but that doesn't really tell you the whole story because those 3 teams are just at a way different level than we are right now. And we have these teams like the Hawks and the Heat coming up against us, and with these injuries, I think they will pass us in the standings. I don't want to be a delusional Hornets fan and think that we're going to keep the 4 seed after these big injuries, because the Hawks have Bogdanovich rolling. I'm pretty sure he had like 26 or more in the past 3 games, so he's rolling. It's not talked about enough. Clint Capella, super important guy for their team. Super underrated as well. I looked at his stat line before this video: 15 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks a game. And I don't want to be the type of fan that like sees all these stats and thinks he's really good, but I think it's a consensus thing that he's having a really great year at the end of the day. And their star power and Trae Young, John Collins, I think they can make a push for our 4 seed spot. And also the Heat, Victor Oladipo, his first few games with Miami Heat, he's been pretty passive. I watched a few clips on him, and he passes up some shots, but once he gets comfortable, they got Jimmy Butler, Bam, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. They got way better pieces than us. So I believe they're coming for our tails as well. So we're probably going to drop in the standings. I mean, we haven't dropped yet with LaMelo out, and I thought we were when his injury came, so maybe they might surprise me again, but it's not the worst thing in the world if we do drop. At the end of the year, I didn't expect us to be a 4 seed anyways, so it doesn't really matter as much as I think most Hornets fans might think it will. But Bridges will have to step up for us. He probably will start in place of Gordon at the 3 spot, keep P.J. Washington at the 4. Unless we go like fully small ball with P.J. Washington at the 5, Miles Bridges at the 4, and like one of the Martin twins at the 3, probably Cody Martin since he's been actually playing more. But Bridges will get his chance to shine, and he's gotten his chance to shine this year. He's been an important piece for us off the bench. But in a starting role, getting major minutes, he has to show me some that he hasn't yet, and that's consistency. He has these games where he has like 20 points a game, highlight dunks, making threes, and then he has games where he misses a few shots in the first quarter and he doesn't shoot for the rest of the game, and he ends up with like 5 points. He needs to be consistent for us going forward for the rest of the year, to really show that the Hornets ownership can really trust him in a actually contributing like further down the line if we make the playoffs. Can he get major minutes in the playoffs is really gonna be the question with this starting role. I'm assuming he's starting. But yeah, he's going to be asked to contribute more than he's used to. He's going to be in a different role, a bigger role, as I already said. But another person that is going to need to step up in the wake of these players' absence is Brad Wanamaker. Yes, Brad Wanamaker. I know he's a meme. I know he is looked down upon Warriors fans, upon Celtics fans. He needs to step up for us. And I'm pretty certain he will. Versus he's only played, like 2 games for us. First game, I think he took like one shot. Really wasn't a factor. Versus the Pacers last game, 13 points, 65% field goal percentage. He can contribute if he wants to. And I think he wants to prove something that he's still good, to show Hornets fans that he can contribute to a team and he can be a Malik scorer off the bench. I'm not saying he's got the athleticism or the shooting capability as Malik Monk, but I think if he can step into a role a little bit bigger than what he's used to, I think that'll be perfect. And another guy that has been decent as of late, Cody Martin. He didn't really get minutes at the start of the season. His brother Caleb was getting minutes, but their roles kind of reversed. Caleb Martin is not really consistent, and I'm not saying Cody Martin is more consistent than Caleb, but he just gives a different aspect that Caleb doesn't provide. He provides defense. He's more of our energy guy off the bench. Because you can't expect Malik Monk and Miles Bridges to really ramp guys up there. I mean, Monk is just there to score. Miles Bridges kind of does it all. He provides defense, but Cody Martin, I know he's not known for shooting and scoring, but with Malik Monk out, that's like a 15, 16 point per game scorer off our bench that's out. Him and Brad Wanamaker need to start like shooting the ball. And fill that scoring role that Malik Monk is giving up, because someone has to score for us. And you saw in the Nets game when people don't step up, we can lose by like 50. So, but the last point I have here, if we want to focus more towards our key guys, is Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham. Terry Rozier will probably carry us. Like, I'm just going to forecast a little bit. He probably will have a bunch of 30, 40-point games. Devontae Graham has had a good stretch. He scored like 30 versus the Suns. He's had a few like 12 or 13-point per game games, and usually one has a good game. Like, it's usually Terry that has a good game, and Devontae Graham usually steps in a lesser role. But as of late, they've both like contributed in the same game, scoring well, contributing well, and like as I've said, like one has a good game, one doesn't. But as of late, they've both have been having good games in the same game, which is really important for us going forward, because we need both of them to really provide that scoring, with Gordon out, provide that consistency as well. Because as of late, past the All-Star break, Gordon Hayward hasn't been great, but he's still been like really decent, and he's always been decent. He's always been consistent. So if one of them can step up in that consistency role, that'll be great for our team. But yeah, we're kind of a dumpster fire right now, which is fine. We've already exceeded expectations, so there's not much more we can do, especially with these guys out. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. If you like this video, subscribe, like, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys later.